Hi friends, welcome to Konexio Technical Insight. I am Rahul Randeria and I will be conducting today's show. Today we would be discussing regarding the trends, the setups, the technical indicators, the candlestick patterns, the derivatives data on Nifty, Bank Nifty, as well as the different asset classes. Now, first of all, before discussing this video, let us discuss what we have mentioned in our last video. In our last video, we have mentioned that Nifty is poised to breach its lifetime high, and we had a target of 18,888. Nifty did traded with positive bias and inched toward its lifetime high. Nifty just fell short of 2 points. Nifty made a high of 18,886, and from there we have seen some sort of profit booking coming in at the higher levels. And on Friday, we saw that suddenly there was a rate hike in the European nations. So on the basis of that, the international markets were trading weak, and Indian markets followed the particular trend, which was the global trend of that particular day. So most probably, the global markets ended on a negative note on the basis of the weak, I mean to say, rate hike across the European nations. So definitely some sort of exhaustion was also seen at the higher levels. But most promising thing which I noticed that Sensex tested and crossed its lifetime high, then it ended on a negative note. Nifty has taken an attempt to just test those highs, also tried to break those highs, but somewhat we have seen that whenever there is uh, trying to prices try to breach its lifetime high, there is a lot of tussle between the bulls and the bears, which we have seen in the last week. So previous high was around 18,887, which was registered almost maybe in December 2022. So after a long period of 6 months, Nifty from those levels, Nifty went down to the levels of maybe uh, 16,800 odd marks, and then after that it again tried to test those levels. So this whole journey was just like a U-shaped recovery. So it was a U-shaped recovery. Nifty did test its lifetime high, but there was some struggle seen at the higher levels between the bulls and the bears. But this happens many times whenever specifically price tries to break its lifetime high on the indices, specifically on the indices. So still the primary trend is positive. This could be just a pullback. Nifty might take some support or might gain some momentum at the lower levels, and again it will try to attempt to breach its lifetime high and scale higher in the coming days. So before going to the daily charts of Nifty, I would just like to give a general disclaimer. This video is just for educational purpose. These are no recommendations. Please consult your financial advisor before investing or trading. So now, friends, let us check out the Nifty daily charts, and we'll try to figure out what is the trend, what is the pattern, and what could be the trend for the next week. Now, let us go to the Nifty daily charts. Now, this is the Nifty daily charts, which we have been discussing since last couple of months. Now, first of all, most important thing I would like to mention is that next week is a monthly expiry, so high volatility is expected at the lifetime high of the Nifty, and it would be very difficult to trade because most of the action is based on rolling over of positions from June series to July series, and because of that, we might see volatility coming into the markets. But as of now, let us see the daily charts, and we'll figure out what could be the trend. Now, this is the rising channel, and after a long, maybe 2.5 or 3 months of a price, we have seen Nifty breaking out this rising channel. It has closed on a negative note. So definitely, it is showing some weakness on the daily charts at these levels. Now let us go to the weekly charts, uh, and let us figure out what is the trend. Now on the weekly charts, we have seen there was a bearish candle, yes, but what we can see that in the last 4 weeks, Nifty has been trading with positive bias. Every dip was been bought at the lower levels. You can see the immediate supports, multiple supports on the weekly charts. The multiple support trend line that was breached on Friday. So definitely at lower levels, maybe around 18,500 would act as a major support, or at those levels, Nifty might consolidate for some time because of the monthly expiry next week, and after that we might see Nifty gaining strength, and then again inching towards upward trajectory. To again, it will try to break its lifetime high. So looking at this pattern, yes, the view is slightly negative, but not hugely or not heavily bearish at these levels. Maybe we might see some sort of sideways movement or a time consolidation or zigzag movement uh, in the next week, purely because of the monthly expiry. Yes, the RSI has also given some sort of negative crossover, which is a bearish signal. So maybe another maybe 1800 points downside cannot be ruled out, but I don't think so that market will uh, crash hugely from these levels. Some sort of weakness could be seen just because of the monthly expiry in the next week. So friends, now let us discuss the important supports and resistance level in the Nifty for the next week. So the first support in the Nifty is placed at 18,559. Below that, the second support is placed at 18,464, and third support is placed at 18,321. Whereas on the upside, the first resistance is placed at 18,756. Above that, the second resistance is placed at 18,888, which is the lifetime high. And if it breaks, then the third resistance is at 19,000, which is the psychological mark, at least for the next week. So these are the crucial supports and resistance level in Nifty for the next week, and traders should just follow or watch out these levels and just trade in the direction of the primary trend. And at least for next week, I feel that Nifty might move zigzag this way, so it could be highly difficult for traders to trade. So I would just recommend or suggest, just try to play for uh, 70 to 80 points in Nifty and 100 to 150 points in Bank Nifty. And I feel that we might see trades on both the side, in long and in shorts. I do not see any kind of a trended move, either upside or either downside. It would be a zigzag move. So just try to trade with strict stop losses, and trade with small quantities, maybe in Bank Nifty if you are trading in options or futures. So friends, now let us discuss what we have observed in Nifty derivative data. We will see Nifty call data. In Nifty calls, the action was seen in 17,800 calls. Sorry, 18,700 calls, 18,800 calls, 18,900 calls, and 19,000 calls. Now here you can see the significant drop in the option premium, which clearly indicates that smart money has already been active in writing this out of the money calls. That is the reason why we have seen 2 days of a drop in on the indices on Thursday and Friday. Now here you can see most important thing is, here you can see the implied volatility is very low. It is between 8.56 and 8.68. There has been a rise in the open interest. There has been a rise in the volumes. So maybe at least for the time being, we might see Nifty either moving in a broad range. So the broad range could be 18,800 on the upside, because most of the volume concentration is seen in 18,700. If that is breached, then it might test the levels of 18,800 on the upside and might consolidate. So yes, a smart money has been actively writing out of the money puts, looking at this particular data, and implied volatility is also low. So looking at this implied volatility, I do not see further major downside. Yes, some sort of downside could be seen, but not major downside, because purely because IVs are very low. So maybe if there is a downside of maybe 60 70 points, then we might see a sharp pullback from those levels. So now let us see what we have observed in Nifty puts. In Nifty puts, the action was seen in 18,600 puts, then 18,500 puts, 18,400 puts, and 18,300 puts. Now here you can see there is no major put writing seen at these levels. So maybe uh, uh, the smart money is looking out for some more downside. As I said, maybe another maybe 70 80 point 90 points from these levels. So on basis of this particular data and volume open interest, I feel that uh, 18,600 could act as a major support because there is a strong volume and open interest concentration at those levels. And if it breaks, then it can drift down to the levels of maybe 18,500 on the downside. But most probably you can see there has been slightly rise in the option premium in 18,650, 18,600, and 18,550. So maybe smart money might have bought Nifty puts, or they might have hedged their short position, long positions, looking at this particular data. But on immediate basis, I feel that between 18,600 to 18,550 could act as a major support, at least for the next week. And we might see a bounce back or a zigzag movement, at least till expiry, or till Thursday, which is the monthly expiry. So friends, now let us check out the daily charts of Bank Nifty. Let me go to the daily charts of the Bank Nifty so that we might have a clear view. And most important thing which I have observed in Bank Nifty, and most interesting thing, even the analyst or those who are looking at the charts would be surprised. You can see last 30 days Bank Nifty has neither gone anywhere, neither downside or neither upside. It has stuck in a very strong consolidating range of 43,400 on the downside, and on the upside 44,500. Last 30 trading sessions, Bank Nifty has stuck in this particular range. And if we consider this, this could be uh, be termed as a flag pattern. This is a pole and this is a flag. So if it breaks 44,500, then we might see a huge rally coming into Bank Nifty for next couple of months, maybe till August or September. But for a trended move, Bank Nifty needs to break a close above 44,500 on the upside. And if it wants to goes down, if it wants to correct, or if it wants to see a sharp correction, Bank Nifty needs to close below 43,350. But looking at this consolidation, and RSI has also corrected, it has just tested the 50 mark, which is a very comfortable level. From there, we might see a sharp recovery or a bounce back from the lower levels. So one needs to be cautious while going short. Yes, if anybody wants to go short, then one should go only if Bank Nifty closes or breaks 43,500, 43,350 decisively in spot levels. So until and unless these levels are not breached, one should not take a directional call. Yes, the strategy in Bank Nifty should be buy on supports and sell on resistance. This could be a simple strategy for Bank Nifty, at least for the next week, the monthly expiry. Now on the weekly charts, Bank Nifty has formed a weak candle, definitely. But as I said, there is a strong support near 43,350. So maybe some sort of downside could be seen, and from those levels, we might see a pullback at the lower levels. That pullback could be only for a short while, maybe at least for the next this expiry. We might see zigzag movement, and after that, we might see a decisive move in Bank Nifty. If you ask me, I am looking out for an upside breakout above 44,500, but I need a confirmation, and we will discuss if it happens in next week or week after that. So as of now, the view is uh, uh, trade in small ranges on both the side, trade with strict stop losses. Do not trade with huge quantities in options or in futures in Bank Nifty, because it has been struggling since last 30 trading sessions. It has not gone anywhere. It has traded in this particular flat line. So it would be very difficult for next traders in the next week to trade in Bank Nifty also. So just trade with strict stop losses. So now let us discuss the important supports and resistance level in Bank Nifty for the next week. The first support in the Bank Nifty is placed at 43,444. Below that, the second support is at 43,198, and third support is around 42,822. On the upside, the first resistance is placed at 43,824. Second resistance is placed at 44,077, and third resistance is placed at 44,220. These are the important supports and resistance level in Bank Nifty. Traders should try to just watch out these levels. Let Bank Nifty to consolidate at any of these levels, and watch out for the breakouts after that consolidation, and then trade for shorter moves, maybe 100 points in Bank Nifty at least till the monthly expiry, that is Thursday. So friends, now let us discuss what we have observed in Bank Nifty calls. In Bank Nifty calls, the action was seen in 43,800 calls, then 44,000 calls, and 44,500 calls. Now, most important thing, as I said, the smart money has already into writing out of the money calls. That is the reason why we have seen a significant drop in option premium. Implied volatility is low here also. It is between 9.88 to 10.30. There has been a rise in the open interest, rise in the volumes. On immediate basis, Bank Nifty 43,700 and 43,800 could act as a major resistance. If it break those levels, then 44,000 could be the next area of the resistance, at least for the next week. And if it closes, then 44,500 could be seen. Now let us discuss what we have observed in Bank Nifty puts. In Bank Nifty puts, the action was seen in 43,500 puts, 43,000 puts, and 42,800 puts. Now here you can see rise in the open interest, rise in the volumes. There has been a marginal drop in option premiums, uh, and the implied volatility is slightly higher. It is not that significant, but slightly higher. It is between 10.91 to 12.53. If Bank Nifty goes further down, then implied volatility might go into a danger zone. So maybe if it goes, implied volatility goes higher, then we might see put writing coming in at the lower levels. So if we see put writing coming in at the lower levels, then Bank Nifty might take support around maybe 42,800, uh, which is the strong area. And from those levels, if Bank Nifty drifts down significantly, then we might see a sharp pullback from those levels. But that is seen very uh, of the low probability, because lot of the volume concentration is seen around 43,600 and 43,500 and 43,000 300 puts. So if it breaks 43,300, then only we might see a significant drop in 40 towards the level of 42,800. So as of now, looking at the charts also, I said 43,350 could act as a major support. So we might see a bounce back if Bank Nifty corrects maybe 200 points from these levels. So one should be cautious while going short, or I would just recommend do not go short. If anybody wants to go short, just try to play for small moves. maybe 100 points in Bank Nifty. Just try to play on both the sides, because again, as I said, Bank Nifty has been stuck for 30 days in a flat area, congestion area. So I don't see any kind of directional trend on either on the upside or on the downside. So one needs to be cautious. And overall, looking at the charts, the derivative data, I would have a strategy of buy and dips at these levels. So friends, now let us come to the final segment of our show, which is the positional call. I've identified one stock from the mid caps segment. The name of the stock is Still Strips Wheels. The stock has given a flag pattern breakout. The stock is looking good for short to medium term as well as long term. This is the daily charts. You can see the stock has been consolidating for a long period of time since August 2021. And after almost maybe 2 years, stock has witnessed a breakout. This is just a channel breakout. But let me go to the weekly charts so that we will have uh, a huge uh, directional view which we will get. See, this is the weekly charts, and you can see the flag pattern, the huge flag pattern breakout at these levels. So this stock might give a surprise. You can see the pole has started from 77 rupees and ended around 196. So almost the stock has witnessed a 120-point rally from these levels. Now, if we see a target, or if we set a target for long term, maybe for next 18 to 24 months, the target would be around say almost uh, 325 in next 18 to 24 months. So the stock has given a breakout on larger degree charts. So on daily, the stock is looking good, supported with strong volumes. So at least I'm taking a short-term view. So positional traders, positional investors, swing traders can accumulate the stock on dips to 178 for an upside target of 230, maybe in next 3 to 4 or 5 months. So yes, the stock has witnessed a flag pattern breakout for long term. The stock is looking promising for investment for next at least next 18 to 24 months. But at least I would like to just take a short term view. So positional traders or swing traders can accumulate the stock in the range of 100 and on dips to 178 for an upside target of 230 in next 4 to 5 months. So friends, thank you very much for watching the show. Any suggestion you can give in the comment box, and have a nice trading week. Thank you.